Shalom, shalom. Let's see if y'all can hear me, cause shalom, shalom. Just bear with me. Shalom, shalom. Before I pull off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, Yahweh being the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone who can rule well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Mighty shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put on your spirit to endure. For the wise and the single sister, shalom. Lord willing, you can continue to be believers of His word. And Lord willing, you continue to strive to be a loving and silent wife. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in faith. This is a lesson that I, had that I wanted to do a few days, and it's really just one verse. I mean, it's really just one point. Luke the 11th chapter. But then, before I started doing anything, I was watching my brother Yarmayan video. He was getting on Eve, and it was crazy. He was talking about how Eve has a rude awakening, and then it just hit. Jake, in general, from men to women, our nation, if you're not looking at the signs, you're gonna have a rude awakening, right? Just to tap into it real quick. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 33 to 36. And it reads, no man when he have light, Slaki, no man when he hath lighted a candle putteth it in a secret place, neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick, that they which come in may see the light. The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thy eye is single, thy whole body also is full of light. But when thy eye is evil, thy body also is full of darkness. So if your eye is evil, even also is your body. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. see our people in that state. Read that part again. And when thy eye is evil, thy body also is full of darkness. Take heed, therefore. Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. Right? That's the point. Right? Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. If thy whole body, therefore, be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining of a candle doeth give thee light. Right? Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. Right? And going in, Jake is gonna have a rude awakening, is because they wasn't observing or examining themselves, right? Even for the 2/3, we know that it has to be 2/3. But to really know your purpose in this world, you will always be examining yourself, right? We just get this. 2 Corinthians chapter 15. No, Salaki. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. It says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Right? So the whole point to even know, right? Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in you. So how do you take heed? You're examining yourself, right? Seeing if you in the faith, right? You're examining yourself to see if you in the light, right? And the reason why I'm bringing it out is to so that we can always check yourself, man, right? This is even for myself. This is for you, man. Always examine yourself. We have a chance to prove ourselves to the Most High, right? Like, can I look at myself and say, hey, do I deserve the kingdom right now? I don't believe I'm ready enough, man, right? Let alone your faith get tested. I get an attitude over the littlest thing, man. I can't find this. Yo, the video wasn't working. Put the video on and it wasn't working. I did something else. The video, I had to kept canceling it. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I know I did. Then I was just doing this video and I'm typing to title it and it was just typing blank. It was like, it was moving. The little drink was moving, but you couldn't see nothing. It was blank. So I'm closing the app, deleting the app, doing mad stuff, and it kept going blank. I'm really about to get out the car and screaming, yeah, when I'm like, hold on. Dang, man. Come on, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai. And then eventually it worked, right? You got to always examine yourself, because for me to get pissed that this drink wasn't working, imagine something else, man. Right? Every day I'm looking at my child. What if I lose this child because of a situation? Right? They're saying in New York, I'm gonna let y'all know. They're saying in New York, the governor is basically approving that government officials, really cops, can run in your house without telling you shit. I came across this video. If I can, let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can check it in the chat. See if it was from the chat. This drink was so real. This drink, I didn't even want to send it off, man. Red alert is about to be serious. All right, I think this is it right here. Let me see. Yep, this is it.
The division has ruled in favor of Governor Kathy Hochul, granting the state board powers under Rule 2.13, known as Isolation and Quarantine Procedures. This ruling has ignited a contentious debate about the balance between public health measures and individual liberties, raising concern about the government overreach. All right, now I believe this is the governor. Now take a good look at this woman. If this doesn't read, her face doesn't read sinister, I don't know what does. All right. So be prepared. We're coming down the stretch now. Be prepared for what's about to go down. Now, this may be here in New York, over there in New York right now, but you know how it goes. it starts to germinate, if you will. The next thing you know, 2 or 3 Connecticut's gonna pick it up, the Massachusetts will pick it up, and so on and so forth.
He basically going into that. This lady is talking about basically a quarantine. I'm trying to get the point where he actually goes into. Yeah, here we go. It says government overreach in Rule 213. Under Rule 213, the state of New York now has the authority to enter homes and forcibly take individuals away for quarantine without providing any prior notice. The rule applies to any virus or infection that the government deemed necessary, leaving citizen with no immediate resource or option. Right? It's another one that I gave out to people that anybody that let me see that didn't have dang, what was it? Let me see if I can find it. I gotta go. It's this thing, man. Here we go. It says it's getting real. It say the IRS is demanding 20,000 people to pay back money they received during COVID. Right? A lot of people was receiving money, but it's basically going into people that wasn't really real people that wasn't really eligible for getting that COVID fund. Right? But you want to always observe, man, is it me? Right?
Forcibly take individuals away for quarantine without providing any prior notice. The rule applies to any virus or infection that the government deems necessary, leaving citizens with no immediate resource or option to challenge the decision. All right. So again, we're watching and reading about things unfolding as the scripture says. You know, the scriptures speak about them coming in like a flood.
Scriptures do say that they're gonna come in like a flood, right? And I'm gonna bring out a scripture, man. Hold on, let me get this scripture out for y'all. Right? The enemy gonna come like a flood, just like we see in Revelation, the 12th chapter, right? But I'm gonna go better yet. Let's get a vision of Ezra. Right? This is Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. Starting at 72. I started at 71. It says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." Right? They're going to cast us out of our houses. I just read the article, right? They're already saying that 20,000 people going to have to owe money. Then let alone, they're saying in New York that this governor approved that they can forcibly take people out of their house for freaking quarantine. Like, what Trace on? Quarantine, right? Without you saying nothing. If we was to go further in the article, it says minors too. They don't need consent to take your kid. Bye-bye. Right? I'm telling you, Jake is going to have a serious rude awakening. Verse 35 again in Luke 11 chapter. It says, "Take heed therefore that the light which is in thee be not darkness." Always look at your light. It's just like when you at home, you might not never use your lights, but until you flick it on, you're not gonna know if your lights even work. Now when you flick it on and it don't come on, what you gonna do? If it's not 9 o'clock, you go to the dollar store or a corner store and go get a light. You're gonna get your butt up and go get a light, right? So if you know there's no light in you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna occupy yourself in the light, right? This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25. "There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." Right? So it is a way that seems right unto a man, and the end thereof is death. right? So a man that's not thinking about getting his light right, right? He's just gonna constantly, he's taking steps to death, right? It's because he's not knowing who the light is, right? He's not knowing who's the light is, man, right? It's a scary, it's what they say, scary hour is a scary hour when you ain't trying to seek your power, right? It's a scary hour when a man is not trying to seek his power, right? This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. The light of the body is in the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light, right? But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Yo, how great is your darkness, right? If there's no light in there, how great? Is it a little bit? Is it a whole lot? Let alone if you have a whole bunch of darkness, it must have been spirits leaving you and coming back worse than the first estate that it was. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 12. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? Therefore is more hope of a fool than of him, right? Right? A fool is not going to be wise, observing or examining himself, right? You want to always examine to see if you are in the faith, right? Let me just get this in Matthew 4:4, right? Because this is another thing. Are we always eating spiritually, right? Matthew 4:4, it says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. We should always be living off of this, right? Even for us men that's trying to get a lesson, we have to be feeding, right? If you can't come up with a lesson, right, you must not be eating, right? Let alone the spirit will get you excited. It will get you roused up, right? Like, ooh, man, I need to do a lesson. Ooh, you're going to start digging deep, right? One verse will get you excited, ready to run your mouth, right? What did the Lord do to Zechariah, right? Made his mouth close, right? The Lord is going to eventually close our mouth where we can't teach, right? So you want to be actually through the spirit, be used. Like, so if the Most High have you like a chitter bob, where you just running your mouth like a gift of gab, right? You should be excited that the Lord is using you, right? That should automatically build spark up your faith too, right? That the Lord have your mouth running, right? Because soon as the Lord shut your mouth, anybody that wasn't listening is overset. But look, we're gonna always examine ourselves, right? For me, not to blow my horn or anybody horn, it feels good to be needed, right? So for the Lord to have me do a video through the spirit, I feel needed, especially if I know that I'm teaching it right. I'm not teaching something false. I feel through the spirit, I feel needed because this needed to be said, right? It feels good to be needed when your wife or a sister hits you up and be like, hey, what does this verse go into? Or if a brother like, yo, brother, you got a precept for this? It feels good to be needed, right? Let alone your children, right? Your children like, I want to know if I made my dad happy. Well, if the kids is not doing anything to make you happy, like me, I already say what. Now, if a kid is being good, that's normal. But if a kid told me that they read, I'm more happy than Frank Ocean, right? Because we're reading, it's like they always told us not to read and write, let alone look at our kids in the generation now. Kids promote technology, fun instead of knowledge, intellectual, right? So for me, that's gonna make me happy, right? It feels good to be needed. Look at the Most High. We need him. But if you're not seeking his word, you devour his word, how can it seem like the Lord needs to be needed? Look in the street, we all doing what we want to do, and we don't give enough time for the Most High. Sometimes it could be a lesson. Sometimes it could just be praying. Sometimes it could just be reading. Sometimes it could just be hearing the word, right? The Lord wants to be needed, right? Because he is a power, right? If you need strength, we have to go to the source that will give you that strength, right? I'm trying to find it. Here we go. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 20. I'll start at 18. It said, and Zachariah said unto the angel, whereby shall I know this? For I am an old man, and my wife is well stricken in years. And because it was going that the angel was telling them that they would conceive a child. And the angel answered and said unto him, I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of the Most High, and am sent to speak unto thee, and to show thee these glad tidings. And behold, thou shalt be dumb and not able to speak until the day that these things shall be performed, because thou believest not my words, which shall be fulfilled in their season. Right now, Zechariah couldn't believe that he was going to have a child at his age. Right now, to look in the time of how we is, right, the Lord might close our mouthpiece because y'all don't believe. Right, the Lord is going to always make sure his power is known, right? But he has ways on how he do it. So the Lord might shut the prophet's mouth, because the Lord said he revealed his secrets only to the prophets, right? Because the Lord would do nothing. So if the Lord is revealing his secrets to the prophets, eventually the Lord will close their mouth, because nobody is believing us, right? Right? But we ain't gonna say nobody. It's really the elect, right? But the 2/3, the Lord is gonna close our mouth to the 2/3 so that you don't get it. Because when all heck to come, a spirit is gonna be poured out. Let alone a lot of y'all gonna recognize that y'all was wrong. Y'all gonna recognize, damn, these was the men of the Lord, right? And then now that y'all recognize the men of the Lord, it's like, now that you know, like, it's like when a kid do wrong, and then you tell them that they doing wrong, you get some snacks and you eating in front of them. Now they want to start acting, behaving, and then now you like, look, this whole time you wasn't being good, and I'm eating a snack in front of you, and now you want to start to behave. But look, I'm gonna give this to those kids that actually was behaving before I even got the snack out, right? So just because now that you want to start acting, oh Lord, I need you now. Lord, can you see me? I see it now. It's gonna be over for you, because that grace period, that door is gonna shut. That mercy door is gonna close, right? That mercy is compassion. Every day you get to live, it's not chaos. We can go pay our bills. We can go do something right now, right? That mean the grace door, that mercy door, that compassion door is still open for you niggas, right? This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 30 to 33. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and the doors of the houses. Speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh Shemel Shai. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they shall show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness, right? We constantly feeding our brothers and sisters, even if they hear or forbear, but their heart is towards covetousness. Their heart is towards this world. So brothers, I'm just letting you know, because I heard of some brothers that didn't want to teach no more because nobody's even listening, right? Is regardless if they don't hear, we're only out here for the elect, right? Just believe that you're actually teaching, and your words, the Lord is gonna let it go where it's gonna go. That's why you record, because the Lord is gonna put it on this web, on this unicorn, and he's gonna take it 4 corners of the earth, because as soon as you click send, it goes wherever it goes, right? Especially when people are liking the video, people sharing it, they sharing it to their family, regardless if their family don't like it, just for them clicking the video, they might share it. You post it on your social media, it goes where it goes, right? The Lord put that spirit on Esau to create these things, and they thought they was probably creating it for bad. They probably was creating it for good, but the Lord knew what he was doing, right? Because this ministry is not going to go unvoid, right? It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice, right? This is a song to the people. Regardless if they accept it or not, this is a song. If they can't get it, it's still a song, right? It says, it can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. right? That's just like you listening to a song. It's very simple, very plain, but they can't sing along, right? The only ones that have been listening very well, they're gonna sing along. Like I have a playlist that I play every time I get in my car, even though it's the same songs repetitively. I'm still listening to it because I like the melody, I like the flow. As soon as I hear something new, I gotta get used to it, right? I gotta see if I even like it, right? And so this is the melody that they're hearing. But of course, they're not doing it. Yes, I hear your melody. Ooh, I like the sound. But if you really like the sound, you start harmonizing with it, right? Verse 33 is the point. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. So regardless of whatever we teach it might not come right away, right? It might come in a time span. It might take a week, it might take a month, it might take a year, it might take some years. It's gonna take some time, right? When brothers is prophesying, sometimes it could deal with depression, anxiety, love, marriage, and then sometimes it could just deal with a rude awakening, right? Just like I said, Jake is gonna have a rude awakening when it comes to the charagma, when it comes to Jacob's trouble, when it comes to race war. Jake is gonna have a rude awakening when it comes to your family turning on you, right? When you think your enemy is with you, when race war comes, right? I'm in this car right now. My credit is growing up tremendously, right? And I can even go look up at it now. But me doing all of this, I'm gonna just be honest, it's really pointless. Hold on, let me see if I can do it while I'm on there with y'all, right? All of this is really pointless, right? All of this is going in, but it's just a thing just to keep you occupied, right? Instead of me doing other wicked things, me building my credit is helping my wife. But like I always tell my wife and everybody else, while we doing these things, like Jeremiah, he work out. I might do my little dabble, but if I am working out, make sure you work out your spirit. Jeremiah, and I'm always seeing this man work out, and he just did an overnight shift, a 12-hour shift. He's working out. He's motivating people. Yo, get your body healthy. Then this man take his butt home and he does a lesson. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, yo, make sure if you work out your body, make sure you work out your spirit. And he's a prime example because he's working out his body and he worked out his mind, let alone before he worked out his body and his mind, this man he working out his pockets to make sure he got money, let alone while he's working out his pocket, he's doing lesson in between. So I'm thinking in my mind, if he can do it, I can do it, right? My credit was terrible, right? It was like 603. My joint shot up is at 624, right? And right now it's showing that it's about to get another boost. All praise to the Most High, but I'm occupied. Before, when I was in the world, I wasn't thinking about credit. I really said fuck credit, right? But when I got people around me, right, I got people that's saving, people that's not doing stupid stuff. I got brothers that's really caring about their family, making sure that their family is serving Yahweh Shem Shai, making sure their woman is playing the role of a woman, and you playing a father and you playing a leader, right? So for me, I'm reflecting my life off of what they do, and I'm still being me, right? I'm trying to be a better me through the spirit. I'm trying to move off the spirit that they moving off of, right? I'm trying to be somewhat of a man like them. I don't want to actually be like them, because I am a Dargabar. But the spirit that they moving with, I want to move with, right? Because you are the company that you keep, right? And so at the end of the day, the things that me and my brothers teach and what we follow from the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, because they constantly feeding us, right? Eventually it's going to come to pass, right? And I believe in these things. And that's the whole point of you teaching. That's the whole point of you having faith. That's the whole point of you being occupied, is to if you have faith in something, you're gonna always put your foot on the gas, right? You're gonna always press towards the mark, right? Let's see if I can get this other precept. This is Philippians. What do I want to start? This is Philippians chapter 3, and I'm going to start at 13. It says, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before, right? That's the whole point of us coming into this ministry. Always work on yourself to move forward, forgetting the things that you did of old, not forgetting it where you don't reflect on it. Like, I used to do this and go harder. We all remember what we done. It's talking about remembering it in a way where you go back to your vomit, right? Like, you like, oh man, I remember I used to smoke the best kush. I want to go back into it. I remember when I used to snort the best coke line, and the feeling was just so amazing. Oh man, I wanna see what it feel like. You don't want to go back into the memory lane where you want it. I want to have it. I want that feeling again, right? I remember when we were making money, quick money. You know, when brothers leave this ministry to go make quick, fast money. Let's go scamming again. You know, we gonna do it towards Jake. Let's go sell a pound of a brick of crack or some coke, right? You don't want to go back into your vomit, right? This is why you always put spiritual things in front of you, right? Because it says, I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High and Mashiach Yahushai. That's why in the spirit you want to look at this as a race. Right? You wanna really look at this as a race. You want to look at this like this is a competition, right? This is Revelations. Where is it? I can't really. Nobody is on here with me to give me this verse. This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 12. I'm gonna start at 11. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Right? Hey, and that goes again to dealing with, we only out here for the elect, right? Just worry about the righteous, right? Worry about the ones that is sick that want to be righteous, right? Because we're not only out here for the righteous that don't need a physician, we out here for the ones that's unrighteous that actually want to be healed, right? So it's not really necessary on the ones that that want to stay filthy. If you want to stay filthy, we not here for them, because they chose who they want to serve. They chose who they want to cleave to. Right? We want to be for the ones that actually is tired of the life that they live in. Well, we out here for the ones that want better, right? We out here for the ones that want to know God, want to know his actual true name, just like what Elder Tahar been bringing out for the past few days and since his whole ministry. The name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is very important. It is not a title, right? So that's why we want to acknowledge, you know, especially take knowledge on who you learning from. Right? But let's keep going. Verse 12 is the point. It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Right? So whatever your work may be in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, you have a reward. Right? That's why, brothers and sisters, you should never think that the Lord is not observing what you're doing in anything that you do. Anything, the littlest thing that you do. If your ability is only teaching the law, the Lord gave you that portion. Be the best that you can be at it. But make sure that you not only just saying that you better just only do the law. Make sure that you building yourself up, that eventually you might not be able to teach the prophecies and parables, but that you dabbling in it, right? Because the ministry is all about growth, right? The ministry don't just have you on one level, right? Like a video game, it goes up levels. This is the Lord's story, and you go up levels, you go up chapters, you grow. This is about growth. And if you're not examining yourself, how the fuck you know you growing? How you know if you still in the same spot, right? You got to always examine and measure your spirit, right? Right? Let alone you have a rude awakening, right? Let's get back into it. The rude awakening is that the time is being measured, right? And I'm gonna just go to this because brothers, we breaking this out so many times. This is Second Ezra, the 9th chapter, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? We should be measuring out the times. See if I can find it. No, that's not what I want. Right? Just off of this little girl right here.
I took my birth control out, y'all. Knowing I'm not supposed to because really I'm fertile myrtle, but baby, now I gotta take me one of these. You know what this is? Emergency contraception pill, y'all. And this not even the one. This one like the generic brand, so hopefully it works. But if it don't, baby, a bitch finna be pregnant. I gotta do what I gotta do, like a real bitch, baby.
So we got our own brothers and sisters feeling like they a real bitch or a real king, but we got brothers and sisters thinking that they a real king or a real bitch, and they're not teaching the youth, man, right? But instead they're promoting unwise acts, right? And now daughters is gonna wake up and they just got fucked. They got broken down, and they're ready to promote on social media. Man, I got dick down, but I'm about to take this Plan B pill. And you seeing with one nigga, and then you seeing with another one, right? Eve got a rude awakening. This society has a rude awakening because this world, this freaking kingdom of Esau is deteriorating, right? This is 1 John chapter 1, verse 15. And I'm just dealing with love, not the world, right? Loving the world is the things that's in there, right? Let me get this, and then I'm gonna deal with this verse 15. This is Isaiah 5, verse 20 and 21. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight, right? Woe unto them, right? Woe unto them that think that their ways or their actions is wise, right? But they make evil good, right? And this is what this society is doing. But this is how you know the devil has a short period of time, and he's moving efficiently. The devil is moving efficiently. This is why you have a rude awakening. This is why the devil is moving on that, because you're asleep and you don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like the other day, I had my alarm going on. Like my wife said, I was knocked out and my alarm was going off and I wasn't even listening. That's the rude awakening. And what if I was late? What if it came and it was 6:40 and I wake up? Oh man, it was a rude awakening. The Lord put that deep sleep on me, right? You don't want to be in a deep sleep and then that alarm click on and you don't know, right? Like 1 John 4 and 5 say, they are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them, right? Zukiana, which actually means female dog, she's of the world. What's going on with P. Diddy? He's of the world, right? And that's that sodomy all over again, right? Let me see if I can actually read it. Yeah. It's a rude awakening going on. Let me just get this, right? All that stuff, I think it is, Genesis 19. But I'm really trying to get into the point. Hold on, let me get to this point. It's a point, but I'm gonna read it in another translation because it's their demeanor, right? And everything is right in front of us, man. So 5 and 6. Let's see what it says. Okay, yeah. This is Diddy, and this is whoever else in the industry doing those things, man. Everything is in the scriptures. This is how we know that this place is Sodom and Egypt. We have a rude awakening. Anybody that was doing wickedness, they have a rude awakening in your household. If your wife is not sure about this ministry and her role, she's going to have a rude awakening, right? Tread lightly. Play your role to the best of your ability. Do better and better each day. Tell yourself you need to do better. See that you need to do better, right? When you even think that you're alone, take that out your vocabulary, because you're never alone. This man, David, was a little ass kid. So like he was a young man, and this man killed the lion and the bear at a young age, which some would say either 14, 15, but he was a young man and he killed the lion and the bear. But he already said, just like when he killed the Philistine, he said the angels of the Lord was with him. What the servant said to Elisha, man, they got more. How can we go against them? It's more of them than us. Elisha said, don't worry, it's actually more of us than them. And what Elisha had to cry to the Lord to give him eyes to see. And then when he actually was able to see, he seen it. Y'all all need to know it's more of us than them. We can lose. We might not have no food in the house. I'm sorry. It's angels that's observing and watching us. They probably made you think that you ain't got no food, but you do. The Lord wants us to actually always be like, you know what? The Lord got me. God did. So this is Genesis 19 and I'm gonna start at verse 4, and this is in the Good News Translation. It says, before the guests went to bed, the men of Sodom surrounded the house. All the men of the city, both young and old, were there. They called out to Lot and asked, where are the men who came to stay with you tonight? Bring them out to us. The men of Sodom wanted to have sex with them, right? These men of Sodom wanted to have sex with the angels. Let the angels of the Lord come down, right? All the Sodom mother suckers will want to have sex with the men of the actual Lord, right? And they want to actually have sex with the men of the Lord now too, right? We got to always observe what's around us, what you putting on TV, knowing that if I show you that the Jewish community, I mean, small hats, Salaki, small hats, they rule everything, right? And they let other nations in their little Ponzi scheme, right? You got to always observe who you dealing with, let alone the women that you dealing with. Don't get played. Don't even let a woman think that she got you. Yes, she look good, but that's all you got. Women, you look, I look good. What's next? Then they want to, I want to know about you. First, if I let them know that I'm a married man, I have wives. More women is intimidated that you might say that you're married, let alone that you have wives. Women just think that I'm just some stick up. I'm not a nigga that's just here just for a nut. I'm here for longevity. Then a woman want to know, how do you lead? How are you different? Oh, because we talk about the Lord over here. We talk about moving correctly for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We a God-fearing house. Oh, women don't, I believe in God, but I don't want to be a God-fearing woman, right? Women still want men that's in a box and still slouching. Women say they want an intellectual man, right? It was a sister on Facebook talking about men not God-fearing men, and I started speaking about God. This lady did inbox me. We was talking and all of that. Then I started saying that women, a lot of men and women talk that they about God, but they not. I was just saying, because she said, oh, I see you a God-fearing man. I said, yeah, I got to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not really serious about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They faking the funk. Right after I said that I'm serious about the Lord, on her post, she inboxed me and said, oh, you serious about the Lord? I said, heck yes, until death do its part. That's what I said, until death do its part. She gonna hit me back and say, you must be one of them people that argue about the Bible, or argue about the Lord. I said, I don't argue. If it's right, there's no need to argue. I just stand on business. I just stand on what's true and stay away from false. You know, I just, fight the good fight of faith. But I don't argue. I'm not no female. There's no need to argue about what's true. And then after that, she had said something that she said, God is good and God is great. I said, yes, he's good all the time and he's terrible. She said, no, God ain't terrible. I had showed her a verse. She said, no, I get that, but that's not what it's going into. Then I showed her another verse where it says, I am great, I am terrible. No, God's not terrible. He's always great. No, he is terrible. He put his people in captivity. No, he never put his people in captivity. Oh my goodness. Sis, let's just change the subject. Then I go to somewhere else. Oh yeah, you must be one of them brothers that always feel like he got to be right. Guess what? She got deleted. That's how you know that everybody is not meant to be around you, man. Because guess what? You could just be chilling. You ain't bringing up the Lord because you could see the vibration. And if somebody just keep knitting there, and just you open up your mouth just with a small thing, and they take it somewhere else, and I just know that their spirit is vexed, right? Because some spirits know who you are, and this is why you always want to always find yourself in the spirit, and you can always find out by conversations. Right? You can find out you could be around people that don't give a damn about the Lord, or people that's acting like they're about the Lord. And you come around and I'm always at this store that I'm at right now, and it could be homeless people or asking for $1. They be like, man, brother, you shining. I said, I do a little bit light. I go like this. I do a little light. You're like, bro, I ain't talking about the Jews. You look like you know who you is. I'm like, shoot, I am. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. He's like, oh, brother, since you know who you is, let me get $1. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit, them spirits know who you are. They might not be in this thing, but they know who they know who you are. Let's see if I can let me to it. We got one in the book of Acts. Is this it? Okay, here we go. This is Acts chapter 16, verse 16. It says, and it came to pass, as we went to pray, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her master much gain by soothsaying. The same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High God, which show unto us the way of salvation. This is a demon. This is a spirit saying, this is the servant of the Lord showing us the way to salvation, right? That's why Jake have a rude awakening. Who the men of the Lord was, man. The men of the Lord is out here constantly teaching the ways of salvation. Right? And y'all got a rude awakening that you was ignoring them. Right? That shit is going to hit a lot of you men, where you going to find out, and women, that you were in the face of men of the Lord and you didn't believe them. And it's demons out here. It's real demons out here. Now, there's some demons out here that you will be around men and women, and they might not acknowledge anything you do. But it is certain demons that do acknowledge who you are, right? And for the ones that's not observing these signs, brothers is putting them on YouTube. They put them on Facebook so that you can see these situations. You are in a deep sleep, right? Here go another one. This is Acts chapter 19, verse 15. It says, and the evil spirit answered and said, Yahweh, wait, let's start up to verse 13. It says, then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, saying, we adjourn you by Yahweh Shai, whom Paul preacheth. And there were 7 sons of one Seva, a Jew, and a chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahweh Shai I know, Paul I know, but who are ye? Right? This is a demon saying, and sometimes this can happen to some of these teachers that's out here, right? IUIC or One Body Yahweh Shai. Why are they revealing themselves that they teaching some bullshit? It's because the demons, the Lord is allowing them to, like, the spirit is hitting them to say, hey, hey, go make this video today about this. Go make this video about this today. Right? It's spirits having them go out making videos on this time about that to show their true colors. Right? Verse 16, it says, and the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them. So they fled out of that house naked and wounded. Right? This spirit knew Paul and knew Yahushua, but it didn't know them. But it knew that they was vagabonds. And that spirit leaped off of them and then hopped onto them. Right? And it's some of y'all, guess what? Spirits might be on the men of the Lord, but guess what? These same demons know you don't got the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You don't want to be out here and the spirit is not on you, right? Even when we go to 1 Samuel, the 16th chapter. I'm gonna start at 14. It said, but the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai departed from Saul, and the evil spirit from Yahweh Shemel Shai troubled him. And Saul's servants said unto him, behold, now an evil spirit from the Most High troubled thee. Right? Even Saul's servants knew he had an evil spirit in him. Bro, you got an evil spirit in you, man. Right? This is why when I brought out the Luke chapter 33, you should always examine yourself to see if you have the light in you. Examine yourself if you really in the faith. We hurry up and rush and say, Lord, Lord, but we don't do none of his wills. Right? The number one will that a lot of y'all fail to do is read. Two things we fail to do is read and listen to and find the true teachers. The true teachers is really in the hood on them highways and byways. Now, it's for your spirit to listen to see if they are speaking the truth or not. Because some of them can be on the corner and they could be falsely or they can be truthfully, right? What you need to do, closed mouth don't get fed. Ask questions, right? But really, it's the Lord that will move you. If the Lord can tell in your heart you serious, first you should be praying, telling the Lord you really want to know this truth, and then pick up your Bible and start to read. First, you should be reading Deuteronomy 28, if that's the best location for you. I wouldn't really say Genesis, because if you don't know about precepts, that'd be too hard. But if you want to start to really know about Israel, you can go to Genesis, the 25th chapter, and continue reading. But if you're not a master with precepts, you're still going to be stuck. So the best bet is to start with Deuteronomy 28 so that you can deal with curses, because the curses will afflict on you because we go to the store, you serve your enemies in hunger, thirst, and nakedness. Those things will definitely want to read Exodus 2, because the attributes of those people, and then going into wilderness, bickering, mourning, complaining. If you're not thinking about your people dealing with complaining, being satisfied, that's us. Deal with the kings of 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings. That's a good history for you too. You know what I'm saying? But if the spirit is dealing with you, though, that would be an easy step. You know what I'm saying? The ministry is out here. It's easy for you. Right? But you just gotta be willing. But if you're not willing, you're gonna still be lost and you're gonna still be stuck on stupid, right? Just because I'm teaching doesn't mean that I'm good and set too. I still have to sharpen my sword. I gotta always sharpen my own talents and my little gifts, right? Now let me just get this. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Right? So don't be conformed to the world. The world is changing, don't change with it. Right? Accepting that gay shit. Right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mouth is just straight bold. Forgive me, but I already said it. Right? Don't be conformed to being a nigga bitch, right? Being a manly female dog, right? Go back to being a princess, going back being a girl. I don't care if you're 36, you're still a princess in the eyes of the Lord. Go back to being a woman. Don't let society change you, right? We not out here to please society or the powers that be. We out here to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Don't be conformed to be the biggest gangster. Let alone we shouldn't be in competition with each other. I shouldn't be trying to look better than another brother. I should just be trying to look good. And I look good for myself. I feel like I look good, but to others, I might be handsome. I might be all right. I might be ugly. Who gives a damn? I'm trying to look good for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and I'm going to shine doing it because I feel like the Lord made me look good. You know what I'm saying? But through the Spirit, you want to look better. The only reason why I can say that I actually look better, I look good, is because I know a little something. I don't know a lot. I know a little something. I know who I am. I know where I want to go. I know who my power is. I know my power is Yahweh Shem Yahushai and no one else. I know I can't do this without the Most High. I know that He has to draw me into this. Everything I do is Him. Having a gift of gab, being able to speak, that's all Him. Right? Right? So I got to be renewed in the spirit, let alone I have to be willing to be renewed. Right? Galatians chapter 1, verse 10. For do I now persuade men or God, or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Hamashiach. Right? We not out here to please men, but we out here to serve our brothers and sisters. When you look at St. John 10, right? And I want to be a prophet. I want to be apostles or evangelists. I want to do this because we had a lot of mess in our society. And I want to be one of those men that the Lord used to clean it up. I want the Lord to use me some way, right? This is St. John chapter 10, verse 2. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep, right? You are a shepherd. I want to be a shepherd. A shepherd is an apostle, a prophet, an evangelist, a teacher, a pastor, a bishop. I want to be a shepherd. And if I'm a shepherd, I have to make sure the flock is getting fed. I might not have the numbers that Sons of Thunder or HOI, even Great Millstone, they pulling in number. I'm not getting your number. I'm not getting their likes. I don't give a damn. You got to keep feeding the flock, man, because the Lord gave me 2 eyes to see, and I'm seeing it. I'm observing it. Then my brothers is showing things that they seeing, and then it might make me mad. Then I might do a lesson that they already did, and I'll just lay me off of it. The Spirit will have you speaking. The Spirit will have you chirping like a bird. Chirp, chirp. I want to chirp. Right? But they say, man, Gabar, you talk too much. Yup. I'm going to walk it like I talk it. I will talk your ear off. Because I'm not here to please men. We out here to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Acts 5:29. We ought to be God rather than man. Ephesians 2:2. Where in the time past ye walked according to the course of this world. Let alone we were Gentiles of the flesh. Right? In time past, we were walking the course of this world. So anybody that left the things of this world and they in this truth, hold on to it. Like you hold on to your steering wheel, hold on to it. And if you in the world, you got to try to work on letting go. What they say, let go and let God, right? But if you saying you believe in the Most High, and brothers trying to bring out this information and you not getting it, it's because you still holding on to what you were taught. You hold it on to the world because you want to do what you want. And let alone, a lot of y'all don't have the vision to see what's ahead because you still stuck on the now. I see what's now, but I'm still stuck on what's to come. It says, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, right? And let alone, let me just get this, right? It's because of the prince of the world got y'all distracted, man. But guess what? Y'all allowed him to distract you. Dang, what was the one that I wanted? Time passed. What was it? The spirit that now worketh in the children of obedience. Oh, here we go. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So if you're not really reading, if you're not hearing the words every day, like I'm talking about Sunday, not the only day you want to hear the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You're going to want to hear them throughout your days, Monday through Friday, or Monday through Sunday. every day out the week. Yes, you have moments where you're watching this TV show, I'm watching this movie. I do it too. But you have moments every day out the week. You're listening to something edifying that can open your eyes or teach the hopeful elect, teach your children, right? But most of this gospel, this information is hidden. That's why the Lord made some of this stuff a mystery, because it's not made for everybody to know. Some of this stuff has to be hidden because for ones to be woken, they have to have the willpower to dig, right? In order to dig a grave or a hole, you have to have that power or that energy to be like, man, I gotta dig. You gotta have that power or that energy to dig, right? It says, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is in the image of the Most High, should shine unto them, right? The God of this world blinds you, and that's why you can't understand or get the gospel, right? The Lord search your heart, and just like Job, the Lord sick them on you just like a dog. Sick them, boy. That's what the devil does, right? This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. It says, if ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Set your affection on things above and not on things on the earth. And that goes to show, if you are thinking about the things above, we will have no time to be seeking in the things of the world that will take you away. You know, the things of the world will take you away from the Lord's light, right? The things of this world will take you away from your course in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? That's why you want to always be occupied in the things of above. This is why you might see or hear me always talking about thus saith the Lord. This is why you might, regardless, I might look good, I'm still in Judah joint, Yahweh little joint. This is ain't nothing. This is the Gad little ring. I'll look at myself, everything I look at, I'm looking at something that could reflect on something that's Israelite. You know, the menorah. I know some people doing feast of dedication, you know, dealing with the Maccabees, you know what I'm saying, the menorah and all of that, right? I got a hoodie on that say only God can judge me. Let somebody ask the question on that. Guess what? God is judging you through the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? In the scriptures, the men of the Lord are the judges of the earth, right? The ones that's moving in righteousness, right? The prophets, the apostles, those were judges, right? The Lord do judge. He judged through the men of the Lord, man, right? But I got my fringes on. I got Israelite shoes on. You know, we not saying y'all gotta dress like me, but you want to always feel like you flowing in something of the Lord. You want to feel like, even though sometimes I wake up, I might scroll through my phone, and then after I pray, whatever I do, I still want to catch myself calling on the name of the Lord. When I'm going to work, I still might see my phone, or I have to be moving too quick. I'm not able to pray. I'm gonna still call out Yahweh Shema Shai. I'm at work. I'm trying to listen to the word. You know, never make excuses to not hear the word of the Lord. Never make excuses on not talking about the Lord. Never make excuses on people say, I want to have a relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai. If you want to have a relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai, be occupied in them. Be ready and be willing to have a conversation, right? Be willing to get uncomfortable for Yahweh Shema Shai, right? Plain and simple, right? I'm gonna get this other verse. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money, I don't really want that one. Even though a lot of let me go ahead and just read it, man. Cause let's just get it, cause we already showed the Zukiana, and Zukiana don't want to be pregnant because her lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And the love of money will have you destroying your body. We can see her plastic surgery. You see the one girl off of the Basketball Wives, Nene or whatever her name is. Everybody know her. She's a housewife, and she got surgery again. She looked good. You know, she looked younger. But let's just read this. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through them many sorrows, right? And we dealing with, you got TD Jakes, you got this other pastor that that just gave this girl HIV or herpes. A lot of our so-called leaders that say they are leaders, they have a love of money, and the love of money will have you doing a lot of wicked things. And the scriptures is plain where it says the love of money is the root of all evil. You know, it's no measurement on how far evil can go, when, especially when it comes to you loving money, right? And this is why you want to always examine and observe to see, are you in the faith? Are you really about Yahweh Shem Yahushai? You know, a lot of us, even myself, we all say that we would die for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but we will really have to like really measure out, what do we mean what we say, right? Because you know, we always raised up, practice what you preach, right? So other than that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Lord willing, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I'll be able to do another lesson through the spirit. And with that, is your brother Dar Gabar. I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwame Yisrael, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Shalom.